Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. With me, Get Dave. It's kind of only one house now. We've poached almost everyone. Oh boy. I mean, do you just ignore them? Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, screw them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sweet. We got the slam dunk. Sure. Although it doesn't matter if you're imposing. Yeah.
You're certainly not going easy on me. You fight like a mercenary, not a knight. You hunger for victory, pure and simple.
Yeah.
You may not be aware of it yourself, but I see it.
Yeah, seems like
Indeed.
a nice compliment.
Knights ought to have some hunger. I've always thought so.
Yeah.
They depend too much on their swords. Only when they're wrested away do knights consider their hands and feet as weapons. That's not how it was for warriors of old. They weren't limited by their tools. Victory is what matters, not the method of achieving it. That's the attitude to adopt.
I mean, it depends how you mean that.
I detect that in your style. It is plain to see. You may take it however you like. I believe the difference between us lies within that hunger. But where does it come from? From the start, I was aiming to win. Yet I couldn't defeat you.
Yeah, but you gotta not think about the goal. You gotta respect the process.
Then I remembered something you said before. Indeed, I was raised to value strength above all else, whereas you had a reason, an ambition, pushing you toward that hunger.
That's right. Keep
So
your eyes
tell
on the
me,
prize.
What was the reason? Why were you driven to become so strong?
I mean, a little bit of both, right?
Spoken like a knight. That's not what I would have expected. So that is the source of your hunger. I suppose I must find my own. If we're to get along, I think not. I'll be content if you continue to train with me. Perhaps it will come to me as I swing my sword.
That's right. You can't just be invested in power for its own sake. You gotta have a plan. Oh, okay, let's have some tea. All right, you know, I think you'd like to be refreshed.
I thank you. Not bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Impressive.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. 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 Impressive.
Okay, I wasn't sure you'd like that one, because battalions and Felix don't necessarily
Crests,
match.
lineage, knighthood, trifles. Skill and survival are the only things that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I
Thanks
thought
for
he'd
your
appreciate the
hospitality.
stoics.
I hope you'll invite me again sometime.
No charm up from... Oh, okay, we did it.
We did well enough.
Yeah, no big deal. I like Ingrid a lot. But, oh yeah, it went pretty good. Slam dunk.
I won't forget all I've learned.
Good.
Hope this is good for something.
I can do better now.
I think I get it now.
Good work, half the school. Okay, we... I really, really, really want to get Mercedes in the class. Okay, certifications. Oh, I don't have any seals. Do we have any B-rank battalions? No, not yet. I really feel like this is our last chance to recruit her. The battle was just some grinding mission, I think. Maybe the reward was going to be amazing. Just...
That's,
Okay, I think Rhea's going to get assassinated and the school burns down.
Yes?
By the hands of the Flame Emperor, possibly. And for the record, the Flame Emperor does not seem that bad. Oh, I think I could have planted one more. Oh well. Just distracted thinking about the Flame Emperor. They don't seem that terrible. It seems like they made a deal with the devil, basically, and are now... Oh. Someone from afar, hey? Like, they made a deal with those who slither in the dark, and it didn't work out.
I had lost the place of this. You have my thanks.
Sure. And have a rose.
You have my thanks.
Oh yeah, no, she likes like the hunting dagger and that sort of thing. Okay, priority 1. Oh, there we go. Train with Shamir. We probably won't get anywhere close to bowmanship, but... Priority 2, track down Mercedes. So there is one way for us to make it happen. Maybe. Oops. We have to gain a support level somehow.
Maybe it is. I wonder. Oh.
No!
You've been.
I misclicked and botched it all.
Thank you.
Have a pitcher plant, and a violet, and a daffodil, and a lily, and a rose, and a lavender. Oh, that's the one she likes.
Thank you.
I kind of get that vibe.
Thank you.
And,
Did you?
Moon Knight's tail.
Did you?
The clasp, maybe. Maybe the evil repelling amulet. Wow, what do you even like? Maybe she just doesn't drop stuff. Your hair is so long, how do you not have a comb? Dang. Alright, now that's hers. Alright, the Hail Mary attempt at recruiting her doesn't look like it's gonna work.
Thank you for coming. The announcement of until I believe.
Oh yeah, we already did that. Okay, we got one other option. All right, Mercedes. She was hanging with Ingrid. We'll do it again. It's gotta be possible. Mercedes is the only one I can't get. And not every character is recruitable based on your house. I think that's mostly professors, though. Like, I have one thing that says, or my notes say Catherine can be recruited at Chapter 4 if you're on level 15. Well,
I would be liking that greatly.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
yeah, there we go. Maybe we can eat our way to a higher professorship level. Mercedes, do you like cooking? Yeah, you do. Hey, sure, speed +1. That's actually really helpful.
I enjoy baking sweets, but I'm not sure how I'll do cooking other types of food. I see. Cooking is much more exciting than studying or training.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Hey, the army needs a cook. Oh! Raph's the one who got pushed over. There we go. And they're ready to speak with you. Okay. This is extremely upsetting because... Wait. Okay, if we walk here... Alright, I still maybe botched it just by picking the wrong menu option. We'll live with it, though.
You there, youngster. Won't you listen to this old man's troubles?
You're with those who slither in the dark.
I was born and raised right here in this town. I spent my whole life here. My daughter lives in the Empire, and she sent me a letter to ask if I was keeping up with my daily worship.
And?
Well, hello there, Professor. Is this a friend of yours?
I guess.
Is that so? I was sure you two knew each other. Is there something we can do for you, good sir?
Oh, what a lovely young lady. I was just telling this kind soul a story.
Really? What's troubling you?
Well, I was thinking of going to daily prayer, but my leg's been acting up and I can't walk properly.
But you're
How
being guilted
terrible.
into it?
That's no good at all. May I be of assistance? I'd be happy to lend a shoulder and escort you to the chapel.
Of course, his story
Would
didn't
you?
match.
Oh, I'd be most grateful to you. Thank the goddess for sending this young lady to me today.
And you probably need a
Your help
crutch.
too, Professor. Here, sir, take my arm. Splendid work, Professor. He really seemed to appreciate our assistance. Putting a smile on someone's face always seems to brighten up the day.
It's
Is
true.
something wrong? You're giving me a strange look. Oh, how should I put this? I suppose it's just second nature to me.
Yeah, you're one of those people.
It's difficult to describe, but I can usually tell when someone is worried about something. Back there, I could tell that both you and the old man were in distress. I spent a good amount of my life living in the church. Maybe that's why I'm so good at identifying these things?
You also seem a little bit sheltered.
Did I not mention that before? I spent nearly 10 years of my life in the Church of Fargus. Many came to us with their troubles. In my own time of need, I once ran to the church myself, and they helped me.
See, this is interesting, because Yuritsa thinks he
May I share
recognizes
something
her.
with you, Professor? It's about a dream of mine. I'd like to work in the church one day. I want to be like the priest who helped me. Never mind. It's not a very realistic dream. Please forget I said anything.
It seems
someone
extremely achievable.
Perhaps a commoner without a crest or stature.
Oh, right.
Maybe things would be different. It's a bit sad, but this is the way things have to be.
This is the way.
After all, only the goddess can decide our fates.
Hey, she's me! Okay, now, if it, will let me ask her again, we've done it. If not, I blame a combination of me and Edelgard.
You've been granted. Maybe it is. I wonder.
Well, maybe the world won't end at the end of the month, and everything will be fine.
Let me consider.
Once it will happen.
Brushing up the old swordplay. And I'll key in on that, because even though I can use the Sword of the Creator,
Further by.
it would be good to... I don't know, we're only at B. Like, I want to get a lot better at this stuff.
I am sorry.
I don't think he... Oh, yeah. Got 1 point left. Maybe Gilbert knows something.
Let me consider. I hear that she's the pillar.
Yeah, I'm afraid she's gonna pull an Emerin. Ah. Alright. Oh yeah, we didn't do that.
Great timing, Professor. I was just going to come find you. Are you busy? I have a question about formations.
Hey!
I don't understand them at all.
Oh.
Are the speed of battle and the terrain connected somehow? There's too much to memorize. I don't? Then what do I have to know? I think I understand the basics. To start, you just... Ah, okay. I think I've got it.
Hey,
Thanks
there
for
we
the help,
go.
Professor. Brains and brawn. You've really got it all. With your help, I should have no trouble becoming a proper knight. Huh? Didn't I tell you? My parents were merchants of the Alliance. They died in an accident. That's why it's up to me to look after my little sis. I'm not great with bookkeeping, so I don't think I'd make a good merchant.
Yeah, I don't think so
I
either.
talked to Grandpa, and he suggested I become a knight. So I sold all our valuables and used the money to pay my way into the academy. My
Hey,
sister
all
would
right.
survive
Bet on
if I get
yourself.
kicked out. So I can't give up now. I might have tried being a mercenary if I didn't have my little sis to look after.
I mean, Gerald took me along.
probably
I was
shouldn't
just a
say
baby.
this, but being a mercenary does sound like an easier life.
I don't know. I kill a lot of them too.
Mercenaries have no responsibilities and no one else to worry about. But someone's got to take care of my little sis, so that's out of the question. Serving as a knight in a noble house is more secure, and you don't have to worry about dying unless there's a war. My sis has been through so much. I don't want her to have to worry about me.
All right, but it's a Fire
Do
Emblem
you
game,
have
so
any
there will be a
siblings,
war.
Professor? Then you probably think I'm missing out on my freedom, having to support her, huh? But
No.
working hard for my sister isn't too bad. Call it a burden, call it a challenge. If it makes my sister happy, I'm happy too. You've got my sympathy. Really. Not having any siblings, I mean. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's why I've got to become a proper knight.
Alright, good talk, man. Really let his sister have it. Sure. Come on over for tea.
Did you call me? Oh, this is my favorite tea. Do you, have sugar? Lots, please.
Yeah, we got all sorts of
I am
cookies and
grateful.
stuff.
I feel at ease.
Ah, thought maybe she'd be into fancy. Yeah, she likes food. Yeah, and she's a bookworm. Okay, yeah, we're good, we're good.
I know I could stand to lighten up from time to time.
Oh, what am I supposed to do?
That tea was delicious.
Admonish her? Don't lighten up. She seems like, I get one more free time? Alright. Dorothea, it's really important you pass this, okay? Yeah! I mean, that's a killer outfit, too. Probably defense. Yeah.
I passed thanks to you, Professor.
Yep. She hasn't mastered her class yet? Oh, well, I've already picked her future one. Okay. Right, she should not be a sword master. Felix will get there. He's going to progress in his sword play very quickly. Interesting that it was 66% instead of 68%. So this is a little awkward. What do we advance her into? Because we don't have a dark flyer, it appears? Seems weird to try. Ah, and I don't like Wyvern Riders as much as I like... Oh well. Great outfit, though. I don't see that happening. That will take some thought. All right. Available until 2/22. Seems like we had a classic case of you snooze, you lose. Save down here.
I am grateful.
I also have some concerns that long-term people in different houses will have to be killed. Because if a war falls, like, there's no way the Empire and Fargus are going to get along.
This is the Holy Tomb.
To think that there was such a vast space beneath the monastery all this time. It's hard to imagine that any of these enormous contraptions are of this world.
This is where the goddess who created this world was laid to rest, along with her children. It is said that our creator, the goddess Sothis, sat upon this very throne. Professor, do you recognize this throne?
Yeah, it's from the title screen.
So long. I have waited so very long for this day. Sit upon the throne. I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess. Well?
I mean...
It was supposed to be but a step away. What could possibly be missing?
And this is where she gets a knife in the back. Next time! I mean, we don't know.